Good morning, Kingswood. We've got a packed show this week, including things such as basketball games, winter concerts and shows, Soul City's Ballet's production of The Nutcracker, the Wolfboro Festival of Trees, our regular segments, and so much more. So make sure to stay tuned to watch it all. Good morning, Kingswood. I'm Lauren Gilbert.
And I'm very sleepy.
That is quite an odd name.
I also go by Daemon sometimes.
We also don't have many school announcements, so we decided to go around locally and see what they had in store. So make sure to stay tuned to watch it all.
Girls varsity basketball has their first game tomorrow morning at Kennett, and boys varsity basketball has a game at Newfound tomorrow as well. Good luck, Knights. Also, speaking of sports, now on to Elliot Giesler with sports.
Oh boy, all right, well, when one football league calms down, another comes in to steal the chaos. Let's not beat around the bush and get into it. Good morning, Kingswood. I'm Elliot Giesler. This is the Knightwatch Sports segment, and here is the news. Let's start, as usual, with the NFL. Thankfully for any bettors out there, there were some more predictable results this weekend. The Patriots beat a depleted Titans team in a rather convincing fashion, but let's try not to overreact, okay? It was a good win, no doubt, and I think the Pats are a team to be reckoned with in the AFC, but you tell me the team that could go on the road and win a game without their top running back, their top two receivers, and a myriad of other injuries at important positions, because that's what you were asking the Titans to do. Basically impossible. However, there is another team farther west that might actually be the best team in the league. Let's get real about the Packers. They're playing basically flawless football if you consider the degree of difficulty that they're on. It's not just that they beat the Rams, it's that it wasn't even competitive. I mean, anything that made the game close was a missed field goal by Mason Crosby and a garbage time touchdown by OBJ. Oh boy, I'm so impressed. But it wasn't even just this week. They went on the road to an undefeated Arizona team and won while they were missing 11 starters. That's half of your starting lineup, and you beat what was considered the best team in the league. Green Bay is probably going to go to the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. Moving on, the Giesler MVP of the week for Week 12 is Leonard Fournette of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fournette had 131 total yards and 4 touchdowns, including this game winner. Despite Tampa's special teams trying to give it away on a big kick return with almost no time left, Tampa managed to pull it out thanks to that play right there. Nice job, boys. All right, for the first time in the history of this show, I'm going to talk about college football because it's gotten a little crazy. Let's start with the biggest news. Michigan finally beat Ohio State after an 8-year losing streak against their rival. Jim Harbaugh got the proverbial monkey off his back, and Michigan gave themselves a chance to make the playoff for the first time, assuming they beat Wisconsin tomorrow. And Ohio State is going to miss the playoff for the first time since 2018. But you know what Ohio team could make the playoff? The Cincinnati Bearcats. Well, maybe. I mean, it's not a done deal, but Ohio State lost, and if Alabama loses to Georgia, the committee won't put in a 2-loss team, even if it's an SEC team and even if it's Bama. And the committee has also made it very clear that they have a lot of respect for what the Bearcats have done over the past couple of years. So there's a pretty good chance, and that makes me really happy. The same thing is happening right now with Oklahoma State. Right now, they just beat Oklahoma, and if they win tomorrow, then they probably get in, assuming Michigan beats Wisconsin and Bama beats Georgia, both of which are favored to happen. Moving out west, Lincoln Riley made the choice to leave Oklahoma and go to USC. And that is genuinely one of the last things I would have ever expected to happen. I mean, it's a good move, don't get me wrong. Better recruiting base, softer opponents so you don't have to worry about Saban and Kirby Smart and Brian Kelly now at LSU. By the way, yeah, that happened. Rest in peace, Notre Dame, by the way. But it's just crazy that the decision to move to the SEC has already backfired hard on Texas and Oklahoma. Moving to the NBA. The season is about a quarter of the way done, so I can actually say some things and have some kind of trends to back them up. Not going to talk for too long on this, by the way, but I figured I'd at least talk some basketball. I think the Timberwolves have a chance to do something this season. Not anything big, but with the new playoff format and 10 teams having a chance, they have 3 stars that I like and a new defensive energy that is very refreshing for a team like them. Just something to keep an eye on. The only other thing that I would want to bring up is that Westbrook actually hasn't been playing that bad for the Lakers over the past couple weeks. Just something to keep an eye on since LeBron is going to be out for a couple weeks himself thanks to COVID protocols. But that's about it. That's going to do it for me, Kingswood. Thanks for sticking around, and now back to Lauren and Damon in the studio.
Thank you, Elliot. That was very sportsy.
Yeah, Elliot, thanks. That's, I definitely understand sports.
Kingswood's Band and Chorus have a concert next Friday, December 10th in the Kingswood Arts Center. Be sure to be there to support them. And now, speaking of music, here's music with Bobby Lebrecq.
Good morning, Kingswood, and welcome back to everyone's favorite segment, Music Corner. I'm your host, Bobby Lebrecq.
Nope, today I am the host.
Where did you come from?
It does not matter. We are doing Music Corner. Play the intro. Hello, Kingswood. I'm your host, Lauren Gilbert, and don't worry where Bobby is, because he has no idea what I'm going to review today. So, for this week's Artist of the Week, I will be discussing one of my all-time favorite groups, Chase Atlantic. See, I'm even wearing the sweater. Chase Atlantic is an Australian alternative R&B band formed in 2014, and they are 3 members of Chase Atlantic. There's Mitchell Cave, which is the lead singer, Christian Anthony, and Clinton Cave. Chase Atlantic have albums such as Beauty and Death, which is their most recent, Phases, self-titled, and EPs such as Don't Try This, Part 3, Paradise EP, Nostalgia, and Dalliance. Here's a few seconds of a snippet of my favorite songs. Here is a song called Angels from the album Phases. Now that was incredible, wasn't it? But you can be the judge of that and hear the whole song by yourself. Now, that'll have to do it for me, Kingswood. Thank you for tuning in, and again, don't worry where Bobby is. Anyways, I'm Lauren Gilbert, and I'm signing out. Well, whoever that wild card is, she definitely strikes again.
Why is everybody stealing Music Corner? Soul City will be putting on their annual production of The Nutcracker. The shows are from December 2nd through the 5th at 7 p.m. and 2 p.m. respectively in Rochester. And, speaking of putting on a show, here's entertainment with everybody's favorite segment thief, Lauren Gilbert.
Good morning, Kingswood. Welcome to Entertainment News with your absolute favorite host, Lauren Gilbert. Last week's episode was quite a bit rushed, but thank you, Damon, for your fantastic work taking care of my segment. And Bobby, what are you doing in here?
I'm going to be doing Entertainment News.
Dude, no, get out.
No, you did Music Corner, so you scoot your... Yeah, Chase Atlantic, right?
Fine.
Chase Atlantic, right? Okay, I'm the new host, people. How you guys doing? Play the intro. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, it is your new host, Bobby Lebrecq, and here's the hot scoop. This happened a couple weeks ago since we last saw each other, but Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes had called it quits on their relationship. We probably should have seen this coming, but on the other hand, I was a little shocked. Love is dead. Lil Nas X takes on the Maury Show to talk about this love triangle that he is in. I'm not really sure what this means, so I guess you have to watch the show yourself. But I guess he got a little greedy and wanted more than one person to call him by their name. Matthew McCrory claims that he won't run for governor of Texas, and at the moment, I literally had no idea what he wanted to run at all. Isn't this guy who played the koala bear in the cartoon movie Sing? I guess dream big or go home, or whatever that phrase is. The Grammy Awards have sent out the nominations, and here's what some people have been so lucky to have been nominated for. Olivia Rodrigo has been nominated for 6 Grammys. Lil Nas X has been nominated for 4 Grammys. Billie Eilish with 6 Grammy nominations, love you girl. And Doja Cat with 4 Grammy nominations, and Bo Burnham with 1 nomination for Best Music Film with outstanding piece titled Inside. And now here's Tyler Desjardins with a movie review of Dune.
Hello, I'm Tyler Desjardins, and welcome to a special edition of Entertainment News. Dune. If you haven't heard of it, I'd ask you where you've been for the past couple of months. To give some background, Dune was originally a novel written in 1965 by Frank Herbert. 19 years later, in 1984, directorial legend David Lynch made the first movie based off of the book. 2 mixed results by today's standards. Even at the time, it was a critical and financial failure. And after a failed miniseries by John Harrison in the year 2000, the prospects of the story ever coming to the silver or the small screen ever again seemed rather bleak. This was until 2016, when Legendary Entertainment bought the film and the television rights. And in 2017, Denis Villeneuve was signed on to direct. And from there, well, it was history. The movie focuses on Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, who was next in line to be Duke of House Atreides. The current Duke, Leto Atreides, played by Oscar Isaac, was given control of the planet of Arrakis by Paddish Emperor Shaddam in a show of peace and good faith. Luckily, Paul needs to go to Arrakis because he's seeing visions of a girl on the planet, played by Zendaya. But this was all a play by Shaddam to have the previous ruler of the planet, House Harkonnen, to stage a coup to retake the planet. That's when all hell breaks loose, but I really don't want to spoil any more. But what I will talk about are the fantastic visuals in this movie. The looks in this movie are some of the best that I've seen in sci-fi for a very long time. There frankly isn't a shot in this whole thing that I disliked. Cinematographer Greg Fraser really pulled up to bring every element together. But movies aren't just visual mediums, no. So, let's talk about sound design, shall we? The film was scored by famous composer Hans Zimmer, who actually opted to do this film instead of Christopher Nolan's Tenet. Fun fact. To make the score sound otherworldly, Zimmer created new sounds by having people play instruments in new and different ways. This was executed incredibly well, I think. The cast is pretty star-studded. We have Timothée Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Zendaya, Dave Bautista, and Stellan Skarsgård. There he is. Just to name a few. And of course, all of the roles were played incredibly well with great performances all around. Although, sadly, a few characters couldn't have been done to their full potential due to the amount of lore and world building that had to be done to make the massive story as digestible as possible. Key examples of which being Dr. Yue, played by Chang Chen, who basically starts the plot in the whole book, and Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, played by my boy Stellan Skarsgård. You know, the main villain. Oh well. Hopefully, they'll be given more to do in the sequel. And yes, there is going to be a sequel because this movie only covers the first third of the first book. I'm very excited for that, frankly. Overall, you may be wondering what I thought of the movie. I loved it, of course. People have touted this as a slow burn, but for me, for whatever reason, it went by pretty fast. Although there are flaws, lack of character development being my main one, this was still a blast. If you have HBO Max, or it's still in theaters, I'd highly suggest it. And I would give Dune a solid 9 out of 10. Back to y'all in studio.
Thank you for that, Tyler. I really like your SpongeBob mug.
Musical may be over, but there's still time to get involved with the theater program. Registration for the Winter One Act is now open. The form should have been emailed to you. However, if you can't find it, it is also on the Kingswood Theater website. They hope to see you at auditions.
Looking to put a spark of creativity in your life? Well, sign up for the first upcycled fashion show in Wolfboro. Hosted by Maker's Mill in collaboration with the Governor Wentworth Arts Council, individuals and groups of all ages are invited to participate and have some fun over the winter months. It is free to participate, and participants will have free access to a series of workshops offered by textiles and maker experts. The whole point of the event is to take recycled materials and make clothes out of them. The show will be held on Saturday, April 23, 2022, from 7 to 9 p.m. at Maker's Mill, 23 Bay Street in Wolfboro, and everyone is warmly invited to attend. And now, with no smooth transition whatsoever, we have, apologies in advance, my gaming segment. Welcome one and all to another episode of Game of the Week. This week, we'll be talking about Toby Fox's 2018 Undertale sequel, prequel, follow-up, follow-down, whatever it's supposed to be, in relation to his last game, Deltarune. In Deltarune, you take control of Chris, a blank slate high school student who, after taking a trip to the broom closet in search of chalk with the school bully Susie, ends up falling into a mysterious alternate world. From there, accompanied by Susie and a mysterious, fluffy new friend named Ralsei, they set off on a journey to a place known as the Card Castle. In order to seal off a dark fountain, only one fountain is allowed to exist. If more are open, the balance of light and dark would be broken, and the earth would fall into chaos. Along their quest, the trio would encounter several strange and unique faces, including, but not limited to, Lancer, a kind-hearted young goofball and the son of the Card Castle's mysterious king. He's weird, he's bouncy, but most of all, he's the bad guy. Rules Card, the castle's puzzle master supremus. This worm-obsessed lad speaketh in ye olden, exaggeratedest medieval tongues, and even runneth his own shop in ye castle's upper floors. Jevil, a mysterious jester locked away in the castle's basement. He insists that he's the only one free, and that the kingdom built a cage around the entire world, locking themselves in instead of him. Should you find and reassemble the 3 fragments of the key needed to unlock his prison, you'll surely be in for some chaos. Jevil has by far the most difficult boss battle in the game, so come prepared. If this sounds interesting to you, then by all means, please play this game. It's available on PC, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation for free. That's all the time I've got, but Chris's adventure isn't done yet. So join me next week as we take a look into the bustling cyber world of Deltarune Chapter 2. I'll see you there.
Thank you, Daemon. That was most definitely a video game.
Certainly was. I didn't like that guy.
Alton Dance Academy is having a winter show at Prospect Mountain High School at 7:30 p.m. with a 50s Christmas theme. There will also be a dancer showcase after the show. Tickets are being sold on their website for $8 at altondanceacademy.com, and please make sure to check it out because yours truly will also be in it. And now, here's Dad Jokes with Jaden Bronk.
Hey guys, how you been? Good? Good. Well, today, laughing or cringing is one of the processes when hearing some dad jokes. Either criticism or laughter will occur at this very moment. Well, let's get started with them, huh? How you doing today, Elliot?
I'm doing rather well, I must say.
That's really good to hear. You want to hear some dad jokes?
Why not?
Well, a B flat, an E flat, and a G flat walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, I don't serve minors."
Yep.
How Buzz Aldrin introduces himself, okay? Hi, I'm Buzz Aldrin, second man on the moon. Kneel before me. Dogs can't operate an MRI machines, but cats can.
Yeah, fair enough, actually.
My wife says I'm cheap. but I'm not buying it.
Alright.
What kind of doctor is Dr. Pepper? He's a physician.
Right.
Tesla founder Elon Musk is originally from South Africa, which is strange. You'd think he was from Madagascar. Did you hear about the T-Rex who sells guns? He's a small arms dealer. How do you cut the ocean in half? You use a seesaw.
Come on.
My wife is leaving me due to my obsession with Star Wars. I told her, may divorce be with you.
No, she's right. She's right.
And that's all the dad jokes I have today, folks.
Oh my God.
Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Jaden. I have never felt so much pain in so little time. The Wolfboro Festival of Trees is back after missing last year due to COVID. And here's the schedule. From Thursday, December 2nd, is the Preview Gala from 6 to 8 p.m. by reservation only. Saturday, December 4th and Saturday, December 11th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday, December 5th and Sunday, December 12th from noon to 3 p.m. and Wednesday, December 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. General admission is $8 for children 8 and under, or children whose parents lie about them being 8 and under, it's $2, and for a family, it is $20. The festival will be held at the Wright Museum and is a great way to support local businesses and charities, and they hope to see you there.
The Wish Upon a Star program needs your help. The program gives out stars with the recipient's gender and age on it. Your job is to buy a gift for them, wrap it, put the star on it, and deliver it to either room 216 or 205 by Thursday, December 16th. If you want to participate, go to the lecture hall and grab a star. Thank you for listening, Kingswood. Once again, I'm Lauren Gilbert.
And I'm about to fall asleep.
And he still has a weird name.
And I still go by Daemon at times.
Thank you for watching, and see you next time.